When the time comes to move from primary school to secondary school, everyone experiences different emotions. Some young people are worried about the change, while others might be excited about moving to a new, bigger school. Most students will have happy memories of their time in primary school, memories that will stick with them through the rest of their school life and beyond.
The trips were good and I liked football and all the sports.
When we got older, we got to go to Lisburn swimming pool in P5 and we got to go swimming some days in P7.
The last trip of the year was in P7 and you went to Edinburgh over in Scotland.
We went for about 5 days and there was a ghost train and all the wee trips around it. It was very good.
There are many differences between primary school and secondary school. This is often why some young people worry about making the transition.
Well, it was small and the teachers are all lovely and you had loads of friends.
In primary school we just stayed in one classroom and I had the same teacher all day, that she just mainly did different subjects, and now every time the bell goes it's new classroom, new floor, new teacher.
It was quite a small school really, and then it came here and you're like whoa, but after a while you kind of get used to it.
At the end of primary 7, it will be time to prepare to leave your school behind and to move on to secondary school. This can be a time of mixed emotions.
I was sort of sad to leave because I enjoyed primary school, but then I didn't know what secondary school was going to be like, so it was sort of sad.
It was sad leaving primary school because your teachers there, but once you went to secondary school, it was actually really fun. I did miss primary school for a while because you used to get out earlier, at home time quicker, and missing all the activities we used to do outside, go up to the football field, pick berries we used to do.
I feel a bit sad because my another friend goes into academy and my best friend was going to academy too, and he always helped me in the primary school when I was in trouble or I don't know something or anything about the question. He always helped me, and when I came to this school and he was going to academy, and we always says we always be best friend.
Whatever you might be feeling on your last day at primary school, it is time to look forward to the next stage in your school life. The following years will help shape the person you will become in the future.
It's just because you're the eldest in your primary school and then you're just going down to your baby stage again, and then it's just so much bigger and you're feeling all these fears, oh I'm going to get lost and all this, but it's actually all right.
When the first night we were upstairs and everything, and I began to get shaken and everything, but then my mum said there's nothing really to worry about, and then I think back now, there really is nothing to worry about.
After the uniform has been put on and the bag has been packed, it will be time to venture out on your first day at your new school.
My first day was like when we went to the secondary school, everybody was very nervous. And when we walked up the hall, I had to get my sister too because I kept getting lost. But then I sat down and I met my friend Aimee, that's my friend since P3, so it was very good. And then we sat up in the hall and our names started being called out, and I was near the first one called out. And the names kept calling and calling and calling, but then the last one called was Aimee, so I was very happy that I was in the same class with Aimee.
I was a bit nervous, but I was nervous, and that was really it. Because I knew a lot of people who went here. My sister went here, and I went here at open night, and I liked it. That's why I came here.
I walked in the door and it was massive compared to my primary school. We went into the hall and there was loads and loads of people, and I was scared. But then I seen a few of my friends from my primary school, so we went over to them and I found out who my form teacher was, and we just spent the day getting to know each other. And as the day went on, I got more comfortable.
Your school might bring you in for an introductory day, where your year group are the only students in the school.
It was quiet because only the year 8 came in that day. We had a day to ourselves, so we could get settled.
On the first day, they just let the first years have a day to themselves, and they don't bring any second years or third years in. so you're not like being suffocated, and it just makes it easier and you get to know your way around the school.
On the first day, we met our form teacher and we were in our form room. And there was a couple of year 13s, one girl and one boy, and they had took us round the rooms that we were having. And well, it was really hard to learn, but it's actually not as big as you think it is.
You will have made lots of friends in your primary school, but they might not all be moving to the same school that you are. Making new friends is one of the great things about moving school.
There's about 10 people moved from my primary school to the secondary school. It made it a lot more easier the first couple of days, but after the first couple of days you kind of forgot who was at your primary school and you were focused on who's in your class, and you're making friends with everyone else.
When I came to this school, I found my new friend Liam and Yaya. He's my old friend in primary school. We are one class together and he always helped me. He likes to talk with me. And when I was getting some question wrong, he always helped me.
There was like a couple of people in our class that was very shy and didn't have any friends. So like if no one had to have a friend, you'd always go over to them and ask them if they wanted to go up to the canteen with you. And you did make friends then, you got really close. And then that's how everybody's just friends now.
I made new friends by, like, your friends from our school, new people who came, and then I just introduced you to them.
On the open day I made 2 friends, and by the first day I was really looking forward to see them.
It's very easy to make friends coming from P7. Like, just don't hold back and go up to people and talk to them. They're just as scared as you are, and they'd appreciate it if somebody come up and talk to them first.
There will normally be more people in your secondary school. The wide range of young people you will come into contact with is great preparation for you later in life.
I feel a bit excited because this school is a bit really big. There are a lot of people on this school and a lot of different people, and some of them I knows, but some of them I don't knows.
Whenever I started, I found it like quite hard to get around, but then like the first couple of days, it's fine after.
It is normal for anyone to be nervous when they are starting a new school, but with time and with the help of staff and other students, it won't take long for you to get to know your surroundings.
People in this school was helpful and like showed you where to go, and you'd ask them like, where's such and such teacher at in the classroom, and they'd tell you where to go.
Every time we seen an older pupil, we were always asking where's Maz at and all. But it was very fun. We finally got the hang of it, and the teachers was really nice to us, and they still are.
If there's anybody on the corridors, you just ask them, show your timetable or something, and if there's no one there, you just go to the front office and then they'll tell you where to go.
The teachers and principal at your new school want it to be as good an experience as possible for you. If you have any problems, you can go to them for help.
I have a problem, I go to my teacher. She always helped me, and she always helped me when I was in trouble, because when someone was bullying me, and I would just go to her, and then I said someone was bullying me, and then she said, you just stay with here and don't go to that guy.
If you have any problems, you know, you should definitely tell someone about bullying and stuff.
You could go and talk to your friends about it, or go tell your form teacher or your year head or the principal or vice principal, and they'll all help you.
Once you get settled in, everything is fine and you make new friends, and there's always someone to go to if you have any worries or anything, and you'll always be sorted out.
Other students can also help if there is something worrying you. You can talk to family or friends, or there might even be an older student called a mentor who is available for year 8s to talk to.
My older sisters, they would say that you might be a wee bit scared on your first day, but you'd be fine, the teachers is nice and everybody will help you, and you got a mentor, so they're always there for you to help you out.
We get our year 13 or 14 student, and basically they're our friend, and we meet up with them 3 times a year, and we just talk to them if we have any problems or if we have any worries or anything, and they would like sort them out for us.
Older students are often given the responsibility to help with younger students, through the likes of mentoring or helping with classes. Most students coming from primary school, however, are scared of the older pupils.
Things that would have worried me would be the older people. You always heard stories about the big fifth years and they could do anything. They're running the school, and there was a lot of stories about that.
Yeah, I thought they would have been really scary and like would never be really scary and as if they would stamp over you, but that actually doesn't happen. They're really nice, so they'll always help you if you're lost.
Other stories that you might hear before you move to secondary school will talk about horrible things that will happen to you. But do pupils really get their head flushed down the toilet?
No. Never had my head flushed down the toilet.
I have never had my head flushed down the toilet. No, that's nothing to worry about.
They tell you stories. People that are in secondary school tell you stories. You'll get locked in the showers and you get your head flushed down the toilet. It doesn't happen.
The main stories were about big fifth years flushing your head down the toilet, but that doesn't actually happen. The fifth years are just normal.
Throughout the school day, you will move from class to class, to different teachers for different subjects. Like the older students, there are lots of stories spread about the scary teachers.
Don't be afraid of the teacher. The teacher always help you, and then they don't shouting at you. When you do something wrong, they just says, don't do that, because if you do that again, you'll be on big trouble.
They're there for you, like they're there to teach you. They're there for your best interest. There's differences between the teachers, but you get on with I'd say all of them.
Our teachers are really helpful, and if we're any stuck or anything, they will help us, and if we don't do our homework, they will explain to us why we missed some questions out and show us how to do it.
So lots of things you've heard about secondary school aren't true. Just remember that staff and students in the school are there to help.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, secondary school it's scary at the start, but once you get used to it and once you find your way, it's much more, it's better, and you can express yourself more.
I have to get up at 7 in the morning, brush your teeth, get breakfast, get dressed, and then down to the bus stop.
My bus will come and it'll bring me to the school, and there will be about 10 minutes or so before the bell rings.
You go to your form class for registration and go on ahead to all your classes.
And our first class would usually be, say, English or something for a double. We get 2 classes and then we go on ahead to break.
Seniors can go to the canteen and sit down, have tea, and juniors go out to the yard.
Break lasts about 20 minutes, which is good because you get to move about and all.
And after break you've got another 3 periods, and then you have lunch, and that lasts about half an hour.
And then after your lunch you get 3 classes and then it's going home. So a school day goes actually really fast.
Each school day has a different set of classes. On Monday you might start with art. On Tuesday your first class might be history. You will use a timetable to tell you what class you should be in and where it is.
At the start it was harder to follow, but now it's easy now because I can remember them in my head.
The canteen in secondary school is very different. You will have to decide what you would like to order from the menu, and there may be different lunch times for different year groups.
The canteen there's more choices. The primary school there was a couple of choices, which is good, but the canteen you can pick whatever you want. And it's like you really want a wee bit of that or you want that or something like that there.
The canteen is they have 2 canteens and it's a bit really noisy.
The seniors are in one and the juniors in the other, whereas in primary school we just sat in one canteen all together.
There are also different ways to pay for your food, and this can vary between schools.
In the canteen we use our fingerprint, but You just have to put your fingerprint on whenever you're going up to pay for food, or else you have a code if your fingerprint doesn't work. And it's very handy because you don't lose your money whenever you know, you're going to pay, and you put your money in at the start of the week in a wee machine, so it's in there for the whole week.
Some people have a dinner pass, and then they just give the dinner pass, but I pay by money. So then you just go up to the till, and then they'll look at your food and see what you've got, and they'll tell you how much it is. You just give them the money.
After your last class of the day, it is time to go home. You might get collected by a parent, or you might walk home, but lots of young people will get buses. With so many people and so many buses going to different places, it can appear very confusing.
On the first day, they'll explain to you which bus to get home, where you live, and a big list will come up saying all your things, and there'll be a letter in the bus, and then wherever you live, there's a certain bus to bring you to that certain place.
We all know our buses by the letters. Whenever the buses come, the teachers would say bus F or bus B's here, and that's how you know that's your bus and when to go and get it.
When you get home, you might have homework to do for some classes. To ensure that you don't forget to do it, it will be written down in your homework diary.
Whenever you get homework, you can just write it in for each day, and then at the front there's a timetable, and it also has a map.
When I forgot to do my homework, I just open my homework diary. Oh, I have this homework to do. Now I need to do this homework or another homework.
As soon as I get home, my mummy tells me, look in your bag and see what homework you have. So once I look at my bag, see my homework, I go up to the kitchen table and do my homework. So that I'll keep remembering it, and then mummy will just check my homework diary, make sure I've done it all, and check my books just to make sure I've done it.
Homework diary, it's not just for your homework, it's for anything. If you did something well in class, it'll be noted down in it, and your parents can see it.
At the end of the week, your mum will sign the homework diary to make sure you've done all your homework.
You will have more teachers in your secondary school and more subjects. Homeworks will be set in the majority of subjects, and it is important you manage them properly.
Some are hard, some are easy. Maths homeworks can be harder, getting harder now in English. It's tricky too.
I try and get it done the night to get it, so then they have, you know, because a lot of people that just do it the night before it's due, and sort of panic, if you know what I mean. They don't get it very much done, and then that's when you start getting homework loss and stuff, so try and get it done the night you get it.
School is a very big part in everyone's development, so good attendance is very important, for both educational and social reasons.
Of course it's important to attend school, not only for your education, because without school, you wouldn't really get anywhere, but I think it's, all your friends go to school, and that's where you meet your friends. Without it, I'd say I'd be lost.
I've made chocolate fudge cake, and that's really nice, and I never knew how to make that before, so I make that at home for mummy sometimes.
As well as a new building, new teachers, and new friends, you will also get to study new subjects, or do more of the subjects that you liked in primary school.
My favourite subject at the minute is home ec, because I'm taking it for GCSE, so it's very good. I really like cooking. You learn new skills and how to prepare your food and present it and all, and it's nice getting the odd food every now and again.
My favourite subject is PE probably, or science, because you can do practicals in it. Like at Friday, there's last 2 periods is double, so you sometimes get to do practicals. It's fun, so it is.
My favourite subject is DT, which stands for Design and Technology. In my old primary school, we only did DT once a year, actual making DT. You do it every week here. It's really, really good. We didn't have any machines, all we had was hand tools in primary school.
Just like in primary school, your teacher might organise class trips or workshops to make learning a topic more enjoyable.
We've done some history workshops, and there was knights and armours came down and all dressed up, and they told us about the battles of 1066, and people had to be Edward the Confessor and Edgar the Atheling, and I was Edgar the Atheling, and I had to prove how strong I was and stuff. So, and you got to try on stuff like the shield and all the weapons. It was very fun.
Another important part of school life is extracurricular activities. There are sports teams, choirs, school plays, computer clubs, film clubs, and much, much more.
I do netball for an after-school activity. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favourite sports. We participate in matches. We are quite successful, quite a good team, and I play for the year team.
I do after-school football. It's called football camp. We train Wednesdays 3 to 4 after school. We train to improve our skills.
One of the activities I do after school is vocal tuition with the head of music, and it's after school on a Thursday, and it's half an hour, and it's really good, and you just sing songs and join with other people from the choir, and sometimes there's competitions and things you can do, and I enjoy it very much, yeah.
Any subject that you feel is important to you, I'd say there's a club for it. So if you find history important to you, even sport is a very big part of secondary school. So if you find that appealing to you, you can express yourself here.
So there will be big changes ahead, but it's time to move forward for new challenges and new experiences.
So I do like secondary school because you don't stay in the same classroom all the time. And then you get to go to different subjects and it's more fun and you can get fresh air when you're going to your different periods.
Don't panic. It's not that bad. You're thinking, oh gosh, it's going to be so hard. Secondary school, all this homework, oh my goodness, I'm so scared. It's not really that bad.
If I was coming here again, I'd join as many clubs as I can. Back in first year, I would join as much as you can. That means you can make as many friends as you can. It just helps you on your way all through the school.
I would tell P7 kids, just don't worry, don't hold back your personality and don't be worried about what other people judge you. And even though you were the oldest in primary school and you're coming here and you're the youngest, it's probably very scary seeing all the older people, but they'll help you if you need help.